this was so liberating in and of itself that I didn't care to know anything else. Like, I thought I won a lottery of lifetime, you know? This is why I got to appreciate and like bow down to, sorry, that first shift because of that. Because, and this is why, you know, of course, you know, more and more I talk to people about the other shifts, you know, the farther, the other things and everything. But actually, that first shift saved my life. The title just came through and just made complete sense, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like full circle. Well, the way I received the title is like, but it's also because I know you. If someone else could write that who doesn't have the insight, and it could mean something totally different, but because I know you, I know that is a completion of a huge journey that really never went anywhere, but also went all kinds of places, right? And that's where the transmission comes through. That's where the wisdom comes through, and you transmit just through your eyes. I don't even have to talk to you, but you also are very articulate and good at describing things and, you know, bringing forth the sense of what you've gone through and what this is all about.
Really, when that last realization happened, it was actually the opposite. I didn't feel like telling anybody anything. So like with the previous experiences, I was eager to share them. You know, oh my God, you know, I had this, or like the massive heart opening, or, you know, the no doer thing, or, you know, looking at my, the bottle of window spray and like looking at like universe looking at me and basically like, you know, that sort of thing. And how is it even possible that this is like such a congestion of energy that this even looks real, you know, and all that's, you know, cool stuff, or, you know, walking in the woods and literally trees sort of walking with me. I literally came home. I remember saying to my partner, "I walk with the trees," which could be almost like a shamanic sort of name, and it really felt like the trees, the surroundings, and everything, including me, was like on a digital page. You know, that sort of moves together with you, and there's nothing left behind. You know, those sorts of things. So all of these cool things. By the time we met, I forgot. The Kundalini thing, the whatever, it was almost like nothing. This is what I also found really extraordinary about this journey looking back. It's almost like when the actual realization happened, it's like the whole awakening process collapsed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like nothing ever, it was like, what awakening? Like nothing ever happened. And I mean, it got to such an extreme for a moment that I genuinely, like that day and a few weeks afterwards, not only that I didn't want to talk to anyone about this, because it felt like something happened, but like nothing happened at all.
Yeah.
Right? But I also felt like everything said about awakening, including anything I ever said about this, was just like a one massive fabrication. Julie, oh my God, I went from this like this joyful, enthusiastic, at peace kind of, like, I just really also felt very myself. Like I felt like I was just being myself, you know?
Natural.
Very natural, you know, and I went like total doom and gloom. Total doom and gloom. It wasn't like it lasted over 10 years. Like, well, maybe 7, because the first 3 were okay, but then, yeah. So, but again, not all the time. Not all the time. It was like on and off, on and off, on and off. So I could go back to where I was for like even nearly a year. And then I would have like 2-3 months of like, I want to get out of here. I don't want to live anymore. I don't know who I am. Trying to be somebody in life, so to speak, you know, achieve things and do things and so on. And part of me still felt like this mattered and this was kind of important. And part of me just couldn't give a shit, you know?
Yeah.
And so this was very confusing. That alone was really confusing. Also, when I say I didn't know who I was anymore, I can't even tell you how terrifying that was. It was because I was living in like between formless and form, but neither here nor there fully. So I was in this nowhere bit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that nowhere bit was like dark void that wanted to suck you in, and with like massive, waves of terror, So when I talk about my low moments, those were like, yeah,
Existential terror.
existential terror on steroids, and it was just unbelievable. And the most confusing bit for me was like, how could this be happening? I couldn't understand how I could have had this shift that brought me so much peace, that made sense of the reality to me, and now I lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is going on, And this was probably, I can tell you that this not knowing what was going on made it even worse, because I thought maybe I'm going crazy. I thought maybe there were points where I thought maybe I'll need some kind of psychiatric help or something,
Yeah.
And I genuinely, when I say that I wanted to get out of here, I literally thought about ending my life, a few times. And I can tell you also that's looking back, I know that first shift saved my life, because even in the midst of complete despair and the deepest aloneness and not wanting to be here anymore, something knew that even that was going to pass. Something knew that was not true. No matter how real that felt and no matter how horrible,